guys, and welcome back to another episode with the Shed King. Just another shout out to my mates at Goelbys, who I actually ordered a screen through last week. As usual, it turned up overnight. Amazing service. And the reason I went with the Microtech screen is because I have a Microtech ECU. Now, what the screen does is it gets rid of all the gauges. So I tidy up my whole dash. I just have one little screen to look at. Well, 5-inch screen, that's pretty decent. And the reason I did get a 5-inch screen was because it's the perfect size in between where my steering wheel is, and I can actually see the whole thing. The 7-inch is probably a little bit too big, and you wouldn't get full use of all the RPM lights and stuff on top of the dash. So anyway, things are moving along pretty well. New valve cover fitted. You would have seen that on Facebook if you guys follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I welded on some tabs here to mount my coils, which I've been meaning to do for 2 years. They've been cable tied with some intercooler silicone underneath it, cable tied, yeah. Anyway, that's something I needed to do. There's a few other things that I've done. Obviously, an intake pipe, because I've always had the pod filter on the front of the turbo. Now I've moved that away. It's one of those things. I've just been meaning to do it and just thought, you know what, stuff, it's alright, it's fine. But anyway, everything's moving along really, really well. Andrew's rewiring the whole car for me, so the headlights, horn, indicators, the whole lot, the whole engine loom. But we'll shoot this. I'll show you this in this little video here. What exactly is going on. But anyway, let's have a little rundown of this screen and let's see what you'll think. Alright guys, this is my my screen video. I ended up getting a Microtech LT dash. It actually connects through this CAN cable here straight into my original ECU, Microtech LT9C. Basically, this has all the sensors in it that talks to the ECU. So I've got rid of all of my gauges, and I'm just running this unit now. And this also has safety features in it, which is what I wanted, which is why I was going to change ECUs to begin with. So this basically, water temp gets too high, it sends in it. You can set it up to send the signal back to the ECU on one of the auxiliary outs to go into limp mode or things like that. Also the oil pressure, if that drops for any reason. Also you can set up a thing to drop everything as well. Now it also has a GPS speed sensor, so that will give me my speedo, kmh, or kilometers per hour, sorry. It also has the AFR settings, the ignition, timing, advance, all that sort of stuff. You can put up your injector milliseconds, you can put everything up. So this is a second screen, goes into, this is just another version, so it's the same manifold pressure AFRs, and then you've got your EGTs. So this is for like an all-round. This actually covers a lot of things. It also goes into this other screen, which is the next one, which is a it's called drag mode. You can see there, focus. And basically what it does in drag mode is you click into this screen and you launch from 0 kilometers an hour, and it times you through the GPS, so you can do a quarter mile time, and then go through and see what your times were on the logs. I think the logs up here. No, that's just taking it on the screen. Anyway, you go back in there to this function here. This is where the handset function is. You got to set up everything. I was just playing around with it, having a little look. Anyway, I'm really impressed with this, guys. I actually can't wait to get it in. Andrew's just making the loom for me at the moment to put this screen in. I'm actually really impressed. The data 2 screen, we'll go back to data 1. So anyway, basically, the main reason I got this check engine oil pressure, because there is none at the moment. It's going to spaz out, and you can set it all up to how you want it to do and what you want it to do. Very tunable, very reliable, and a great little product. It's 5 5 inch or 5.5 inch, I think it is. screen, which is perfect for that little gap between the steering wheel, so I can actually see it, because when you're racing or when you're doing things like that, you only want to see really your speed or your RPM, and just monitor these things. Now if you have dashes all across the place, how are you going to be able to focus on all of them at the same time? So that's why I ditched them all and just got the one dash that does everything, and it also makes it somewhat foolproof for me. But anyway, that's it guys. If you guys want one of these, hit up the guys at Goelbys. I had to get it mailed to Andrew's house because my wife will kick my ass if she finds out. Anyway, I'll deal with that when it comes to it. But yeah, great little screen, great little product, very affordable compared to, you know, the Microtech and all that sort of stuff, and it does exactly the same thing. So yeah, really happy with it. There's a few things I forgot to mention in that little video. And basically the GPS, there's also a logging function in the screen, so it's inbuilt logging, which is fantastic. There's also a lap timer. That drag mode is something I've got to play with and work out exactly how to make it all function. But anyway, there's auxiliary out. There's two outputs. So there's one I'm going to set up for the oil pressure, and there's one I'm going to set up for the water temperature, which will then put it into a limp mode or set off a stupid light on the dash, which basically tells me to stop. What's going on? Yeah. Anyway, let's crack on and see what Andrew's done here. Now, so this is just a little close-up of my new wiring, my new loom. I'll actually put a photo right now of what it used to look like. Alright, so you've seen that brothel of a putting it lightly, a brothel of a loom. Now Andrew's gone and covered these all in sheathing braid as well. Everything's all on 2-inch plug connectors, sorry. Real fancy, really nice gear. If you guys need anything like this done, hit me up and I'll get you in touch with Andrew, and he can most certainly do it for you. So the screen, like I said before, talks to the ECU through that wire. Andrew still has to connect a few more wires to this bits and pieces. But overall, it's looking mighty fine. Very happy. Andrew's happy with it as well. Still got a few ends to terminate, but it's coming along. So before you know it, should be banging out some numbers on the dyno. Yeah, boy. So that's it, guys. That's what in my new loom, all the wiring you would see in the picture. There's still a body loom to go in, which we'd probably do this weekend, and then it'll be off for a tune. And we'll see what this new G30 is gonna do. Hopefully gets me my 600 horsepower at you know 4,000 RPM, which is sort of what I want. So we'll see how that all turns out. If you guys again want to put your horsepower guesses in the bottom, and we'll see how close everyone is. We might do a giveaway or something, and yeah, we'll get it rolling. But anyway, hope everyone's doing really well. I'll put a link in the description to the Goelbys page for the Microtech screen, and also I might put a link in there to a few other Microtech related things. And yeah, hope everyone's, like I said, doing really well, and I'll catch up with you all real soon. We may or may not have bought an LS1 to put in something. I'll let you decide.